Should have been an email.
Well, Henry, Hillary, Heather, thank you so much for joining me here. We have a new program that we're really excited to be rolling out, and that is we have a job shadowing program where everyone is going to shadow someone else for a week. So we all get to learn more about other people's jobs. And that way we have an appreciation for what other people do around the company. And maybe that will improve our communications. We'll have a little bit better understanding of what people do. Sound good?
Can I shadow Heather?
Yeah, Hillary, go ahead. You want to shadow who?
I want to shadow Heather.
Okay, yeah, and how this is going to work is, see, where the reason that we have you all on with me right now is we're going down the company roster alphabetically, and you all are going to match up. So Hillary's going to shadow Heather, you're going to shadow Henry, and Henry's going to shadow Hillary. See, next week we're going to do the eyes, and it's going to be great because we have Irvin, Ingrid, and Isabel ready to go, and they're going to just jump right into it, and we're going to make our way through the entire company doing that. It's already been a great success. We did have, of course, as you all heard, the issue, with Bill and Bianca, when the two bills, we should have separated them in different. It just got very confusing for everyone involved, and it just became a mess.
Right?
Yeah,
I put my hand up already. Heather, get in line.
But Heather had her hand up just now. So go ahead, Heather, because you had your hand up, Hillary, but you took it down. So
No,
you
but
were
look,
retracting your question.
do you see my emoji hand? It's up.
I just thought you were giving me an air high five.
I
Because
just
you like the idea.
say that I trained everyone on this call, so I really don't need to shadow anyone. I know how to do everyone's job on this call, so I don't know they will be beneficial for me to shadow.
Okay, I get that. I hear that. I hear you. Understand what you're saying. But you are you, and Heather is Heather, and Heather does her job Heather's way, not Hillary's way. So we want Hillary to understand how Heather does Heather's job, not how Hillary would do Heather's job if Hillary had Heather's job, or Hillary taught Heather how to do Heather's job. Got it?
Say that again.
Well, it's pretty simple. So
I just like the way you talk. It's cool.
I get
well, thank you, Henry.
Emojis too, Heather.
You are changing. You gave me was that a thumbs up, or are you hitchhiking for a ride somewhere? I'm still getting the whole.
Heather is being sarcastic, I think, with her emojis, so I'm just adding extra ones too.
Well, that emoji that I just added was me going, "Oh!" at Chris's diss at you.
Who's Chris?
And there was no diss. There was no diss. We're all co-workers. We are just all getting along. There's no dissing going on. There's no need. Thank you for the heart, Henry. Yeah, so Hillary, did I answer your question?
No, but it's okay.
Well, no, what part of it didn't I? Because I really want to get this right before we move on, because it's important. If you have a question, we want to make sure it's answered. That's one of the things we're working on.
I've had my hand up for like 5 minutes and I haven't had my question asked.
Go ahead, Heather.
So hold that thought. But Hillary, what part of the question did not get answered for you?
The fact that I trained everyone on this call and I don't need to shadow them. If anything, they need to shadow me because I know how to do the job.
Okay. Two things. First, that's not a question, that's a statement. And second, I did answer that because that's where I said that just because you did train all of the people, Hillary does Hillary's job, right? And then Heather does Heather's job. So Hillary, if you had trained Heather to do Heather's job, Heather does it Heather's way, not Hillary's way. See what I'm saying? So Heather doing Heather's job Heather's way is why Hillary needs to shadow Heather doing Heather's job. if Hillary was shadowing Heather, doing Heather's job Hillary's way, then there'd be no need to shadow you. But you foreshadow her. But everybody's going to be shadowing. So at some point, she will shadow you, and you will shadow Henry. Henry will shadow her. It's all a big circle. So Heather, let's move on to your question. What's your question?
Well, my question was, what are you planning to do about Michael, Melanie, and Melody?
Yeah.
The triplets.
Okay.
The triplets.
It's going to be the same. Yeah. It'll be the same. It'll be the same thing. And again, because there's the individuality of each person and what they bring to their position. And I'm glad you brought them up, because Michael, Melanie, and Melody have a very unique situation where they actually all have the same job. They're all at the same level, and they all literally started on the same day. So you would think to yourself, well, they wouldn't really get a lot out of that shadowing stuff. But like I said before, Melanie does Melanie's job Melanie's way. Melody does Melody's job Melody's way. And Michael does Michael's job Michael's way. So Melody following Melanie, following Michael is the way to go, because that's how everyone's going to learn everyone else's technique on their job.
Tad, just a question.
Yes,
though.
yes.
They're conjoined triplets. So haven't they been shadowing each other the entire time that they've been, well, alive, but also working here?
But see, not from a shadowing job position, you see. So depending on where they're standing, there might have been shadows involved, but they are actually going to be job shadowing right now, not physically shadowing people. I'd like to move on. Henry, do you have any questions? Good. Okay. So great. Yeah, Heather, I think that solves the answer that you had about Michael and Melody and Melanie. Does it not?
I mean, I'm still concerned.
About what? What are you concerned about? Because that's what we're trying to alleviate concerns beforehand. A pre-concern alleviation is what we're looking for.
Well, yeah, I'm concerned that we're going to be, specifically them, not using the time in the best way when, you know, Hillary, myself, and Henry could be shadowing Michael, Melody, and Melanie, and they could be shadowing us versus them three shadowing each other and us three shadowing each other. We could take almost like the Avengers Endgame, and we could merge this, well, the three bodies and the one body and three heads, we can merge them all together into one shadow fest where we're all learning everybody's techniques instead of one-on-one shadowing and then three-on-one shadowing.
I see.
Bruh, that nerd girl's real smart, bruh.
I see what you're saying, Heather, but you're looking at this from a smaller perspective, if you will. If you think of it like looking at a camera from a wide angle lens, you would see that everyone in the company is actually shadowing someone at every point this week and next week. So we're all rotating. So while they're doing that shadowing right now, next week, one of you might be shadowing one of them. And also, for the record, HR wants me to point out they technically do have three bodies. They share some of the same organs, but they technically have individual bodies themselves. They're just connected. That's how that works. So we won't get into the physics of it, the physicality of it, the physiology of it. But just know that they're covered. They're good, and they're eager. They're ready to go. And we are going to have a group meeting at the end of this week to everyone to share their learnings from what other people do. Yes, Henry, go ahead.
Hey, I love working for this organ donating like service or whatever this place is, because it's super chill. But I got this thing on my leg. It's pretty gross. Can I show you?
No, you can't actually. You could take a picture of it and you could send it to the benefits group, and they could check into your medical benefits to see if it would be covered. But it would be inappropriate for you to share it with us, especially live on this meeting. That's just what they.
My dad, bro.
No. It's just an HR thing. They really want us to keep our own physical ailments or whatever personal things to ourselves, and just keep it on a confidential basis. Yes, Heather.
So speaking of benefits and health and all that,
Yes.
The triplets, the conjoined triplets, are they covered by one insurance or 3 separate insurances?
That's under HIPAA. Under HIPAA laws, we're not allowed to talk about that. So let's just
Under
focus
HIPAA-
on us. Let's focus on us right here, right now,
like that
and not worry
question.
about the triplets.
But
Go
Ted,
ahead.
this is the only opportunity that I'd be able to ask this question. It's inappropriate if I ask it under any other setting, and I really want to know.
Or
But
Who do we
or would it
shadow?
be appropriate?
they're pretty hot.
Right now, everyone is shadowing everyone, but when you have an opportunity to shadow one of those three, maybe in small talk that might come up. I'm just pitching ideas here. That's not me suggesting
Are
you
you
do it at
telling
that
us
point.
to ask them?
No, I am not. For the record, I am not telling you to ask anyone anything. I'm just saying if I was in your shoes, I might consider small talk as an opportunity to learn some more about those kinds of questions that you have.
Well,
But
if Heather
to
asked,
answer your question, Hillary, go ahead, Hillary.
I was just gonna say, if Heather asks the triplets and I ask the triplets and then Henry asks the triplets and then Tad, if you ask them, I mean, that's just gonna be like a bunch of people asking them, and we could just answer it by you telling us by looking at the HR sheet in front of you.
Hey, listen. the
No,
other-
that's not a bunch of people asking them. It's just called individual conversations. And if they happen to have, repetitiveness in that just happens from time to time. It's
Do they
similar
have
to,
separate social security numbers?
Hey, Todd.
of course they do. Of course they do. They're individual people, but let's focus less on Michael, Melanie, and Melody, and just, say, what can we do with this group right here, this working group, the H group right now, with Heather and Hillary and Henry. What is the opportunity here? The opportunity is for each of you to learn how the other one does their own job, and that way that will help you interact with them, communicate with them better, help them understand, oh, I know that is easy for me, but it's a frustration for that person. Maybe I can help them that way. Or this is a frustration for me, but they get that, like it's just second nature for them. Maybe they can help me with that. That's what we're looking for here.
Heather, do you
Yes.
have questions again?
I don't have
Heather?
a question. I just want to. I cannot shadow Henry Davis Jr.
Why not?
because I'm very certain, I feel very confident that I have absolutely nothing to learn from him. And he's been making googly eyes at the camera the whole meeting. Henry Davis Jr., do you even know what we've been talking about for the last 10 minutes?
Bro,
Okay.
you said something about the 3-headed organ donor, and I'm like, yeah, she sounds hot. But if you're talking about I dated her.
I think we
I
think
dated her. I
we
can
are
tell
having.
you they have one part.
I think we're going to
Beautiful.
we're having some technical difficulties with Henry's feed. Maybe we'll get that fixed in a minute and have a better opportunity to hear his contribution to the conversation. But in the meantime, I think, it's important to, again, just focus on how we could all benefit from this kind of activity where we are working with each other side by side to learn how to work together down the road.
Okay, whatever you need from me, Tad. I'm a team player.
That's great. That's what we're looking for. We appreciate that about you, Hillary.
Me too, Tad. I'm here for you.
Fantastic. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Love
And
you,
Henry,
Todd.
thank you so much. Right back at you. We are, simpatico, man. We are in a good place. The company's doing fantastic. It's doing great. We just have to have everyone shadow each other so we can figure out, exactly, when we do, have challenges in the future, how we could communicate better and help each other work together more cohesively. So that's what we're trying to go for this whole activity.
Seriously, are you sure you can't look at this thing? Because it's gross.
I tell you what, if you snap a photo of it and you text it to me or send it to my personal email, I will take a look at it and we will see if we can get that figured out what it is.
Bro, it's up close to the
Well,
the thigh.
just crop the photo as best you can so it's only the growth and we won't have any issue. and
Hey.
you'll be good.
I'm done listening. Hey, nerd girl.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, both of you.
What is
Okay.
wrong?
Um,
It's
I-
very
I-
inappropriate.
I do believe that is inappropriate. If that's is indeed what he said, we'll have to go back and look at the tape and figure out. But because I think we are having some technical difficulties, some glitches with his certainly his attitude, if not his broadcast. So
Thank
I
God.
we'll take a look at that.
Imagine what we'd hear if we were getting a full feed from Henry Davis Jr.
Right?
Well, you will have that opportunity when we do the job sharing in person. So that's one thing to look forward to.
Can we
I
make
am-
sure he gets the growth removed before that
Yeah.
happens?
Sincerely scared that that is going to be contagious. I don't
Absolutely.
want growth anywhere on me.
We will do our homework and make sure of that. And if that is not the case, then we'll go to plan B.
What's plan B?
We will announce plan B when we are ready to unveil plan B.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right now, we don't have plan B, but we'll make one. We'll create one.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, Tad.
Yeah, Tad, you're
That's
a
Stand
leader.
up
of
now.
sorts.
Hey, Todd.
it's Tad, but yes, go
I don't
ahead.
care.
Okay.
So rude.
Tad,
So yes, we're going to have IT and HR look into Henry's situation and figure out what is happening there and how we're going to deal with it. So I appreciate you all being on the call, and we will circle back. Yes,
I
go
did
ahead.
not train him to do that. I did not
No,
train.
I trust that you did not, Hillary. Go ahead, Hillary. You have one last question?
yeah, I just wanted to apologize.
No apology necessary. It's okay. I understand there is a curiosity about certain things and certain people, and it's about not just certain people, every person. There's curiosity about everybody. So, and that's one of the things that we hope comes out during this job shadowing program where everybody's working with everybody else. So we shall see. Hopefully that helps.
Okay, well, I wasn't planning to apologize for my curiosity with Michael, Melanie, and Melody. I was apologizing for using your middle name earlier today. I know
Oh.
that you told me not to do that anymore, and so I just wanted to apologize because I know that you didn't want everybody to know. So
Tad
sorry.
Christopher. It makes sense.
No, that's okay. It's also why I stopped using, my full last name, and only it's kind of embarrassing. My real full last name is hyphenated, and it's KNOT-SMART. So I don't go with that. You hear all the,
I don't think it's benign. I don't think it's benign.
you know what? I think we're gonna have to
Oh my God.
Everybody, go to a doctor. Go
Yeah.
to a doctor right now.
Or just chop your leg off.
Okay, Henry, you need to take that off the screen right now. Please do that. And we're gonna have to end this meeting. HR is telling me via text they're monitoring this. So thank you for hanging in there on this, and we apologize for that situation. And Henry will get that taken care of or looked at or something. And we're going to rectify this situation. You all can count on that. So everyone have a great rest of the day. And we will see you all later. It's very positive. It's a positive experience. I'll just take all the positivity out of it that we can. All right. We'll see you
All right.
soon.
Later,
Bye.
Todd.
HR, get down there and get that guy off the screen.
It should have been an email.